Sunday night.
Yeah, we're ready for the big guns now.
The end is nigh, guys.
Invitational Jack and Jill. This is the thing that I wait all year for. It's, I think, my favorite part of the weekend. I mean, juniors are awesome.
Juniors are awesome, but I think this is the part of the competition that everybody is really here for. Like, everybody's really, really excited. No one's in their hotel rooms. Everybody's come down for this.
Yeah, everyone ran out of dinner, came screaming back here to get here in time. And you guys get to eat at home while you're watching.
Yeah, so. Enjoy that, guys. Enjoy just laying back with your beers. Speaking of which.
Oh, yeah. What's that in your beer, Gabby?
Oh, yeah. You might have noticed that I have a little bit of a hoarse voice, so, you know, for my health. I was actually doing my hair, and, I took out my hairband, and, all of my hair accessories in my head just sort of exploded in this, glorious fireworks. And I don't know if you can see this because it's a dark beer, but there is a bobby pin in the bottom there. That's what happened. So I got to drink to the bottom so I can put it back on my head.
I really hope you don't use a lot of hairspray.
Yeah, luckily I don't. So I took that moment as all right, beer, challenge accepted.
So I guess during this competition we'll just see how far you get.
You will be back on my head.
You know that there is a drinking game associated with...
Oh, is there?
Yeah. I'll see if I can pull up the rules again so that you can see.
Yeah, so you can be reminded of... I actually have a couple theories about what they could be for next year based on some of the performance that I've seen this year.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
What sort of...
Oh, Jinx.
I was thinking that high fives and hand play was going to be one of them. How about you?
I thought... So a couple times this year we've seen routines where there's a real... lyrical rift in the song, and the expectation traditionally is that the girl does a sassy thing and the guy just frames her. This year the trend seems to be men kind of taking that and the lady just complimenting him, partially because it's funny and partially because I think we should let men find their sensual side in this community a little bit more. So that, I think, men finding their sensual side, drink.
Yeah, I get behind that.
Yeah.
Also, men flashing. Maybe you just finish whatever it is that you're drinking and go back to another one.
Do we want to encourage that?
I don't know that we want to encourage it, but I definitely want to be drinking when it happens.
No truer words were said.
What was that?
No truer words were said.
No truer words. Yeah, probably not. All the invitational competitors are over here on the side of the ballroom where the cameras don't point, unfortunately for you guys.
Yeah.
But they're all dancing with each other, getting ready for whomever they might be paired with.
Which is funny because I just saw I saw glimpses of fantastic dance between Max and Todd. And they dance really well together. Yeah. Let's see some Andreas Gio action, you know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think the last time I saw... No, I think I see Max dancing with other gentlemen decently regularly. I mean, there's the famous video.
Yeah, they kind of defined the genre, I feel. We're referencing the Kevin and Carla recreation done when I think he was still in Montpellier. I don't know if that's where the performance was done, but it was when Max was still in France and not in Canada. And yeah, again,
it was very well done and very entertaining. If you haven't seen it yet, you should go check it out and watch Kevin and Carla's original video first so that you get what they're doing.
So you get what's going on.
And exactly how good a job they do of impersonating Kevin and Carla.
Very thoroughly. They took the assignment very seriously, which I appreciate in any genre of comedy. If you're going to be funny about something, be serious about goofing around, you know?
Definitely.
So we see some chat. Chat has now been open.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, OC is in the house, huh?
Heyo, I'm going to be seeing you soon. Camp Hollywood's happening soon.
Yeah, that's next weekend.
Yeah, it is. I certainly know a lot of dancers, myself included, that are actually going to be down in LA for the week. So prepare for that, OC. Prepare for a lot of dancing to happen in your city, not just next upcoming weekend, but throughout the week.
That sounds pretty cool. We've got it pretty much in the corners of the country going on, because there's Swing Out New Hampshire.
Which this one's attending.
Yes, I'm very excited about this one.
Is Swing Out New Hampshire one that you always, are you a loyalist on Swing Out New Hampshire?
I used to go all the time. Since it's right after this, and it's a chunk of time, like 4 or 5 days. I haven't been able to make it the last couple of years, except that since I was living in Boston, I could go for like a night. But now I'm really glad to have the opportunity to have a job that's awesome, that lets me go to both these events, and I'm really excited to be back.
That is awesome. I'm sure you've already been asked this online, but what was your reaction to the super awesome Rock Step Lobster Boston routine? By the way, my favorite named team, which is Rock Step Lobster.
Lobsters. You gotta get it right. I thought that was fantastic. I thought the whole routine was great.
I thought it was really sharp.
I didn't actually get that it was a lobster until they were running away. And now in retrospect, I can totally see that it was Kate Feldman being like the eyes of the lobster. And she's a ginger as well, so it's kind of perfect.
That's why she was cast for that role. I immediately got that it was a lobster, but being on sort of the right side of the ballroom, they had what I imagine is the chef from The Little Mermaid chasing after them with a giant pot. I would have enjoyed it if he went ha ha ha.
I don't know that we would have heard him, but I
would have enjoyed it.
Maybe we can put it into the video. They actually haven't. Oh, you should have access to all the team videos now. I think they're all up. So if you guys are some of the people who were really excited about seeing it, Patrick and Natasha and John Zhao have been really fast about getting this stuff up. So go check it out.
They're incredible.
I'm gonna say wait until after the Invitational Jack and Jill, but it's a good thing to do when you're after awards and you want to see what all the fantastic teams were. They were really great this year. We're just about...
Oh, hey, SF. Sorry, just responding.
Hey.
Couldn't help but do it.
Yay. Hi, guys. It's really nice to know that you guys are all out there, not just San Francisco, but all the viewing parties. It makes me feel like I'm actually talking to people. And I'm really glad that you could come along with us on it.
Yes, through the camera, the Lindy Hop world.
Yeah, everyone who's not here is still here.
Yeah, it's actually really amazing. I found this really touching when they started this practice that I think it was last year or 2 years ago, I did solo jazz, and stepping off the floor, I had a Facebook message you fucking rocked it. I was like, whoa, someone in the world is seeing me that's not here.
Mind blown.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Brain splattered. It was, yeah. So I think it's really touching to just the whole community to know that we're all here.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that I was not in the spotlight for any of the things that were live streamed this year, because that's just it's enough to have 500 of our closest friends watching you, but to also have the people at home is okay, this is the entire Lindy Hop world.
The scrutinizing gaze. Although, I do think one thing that's interesting is how much of the experience of being here versus watching it is slightly different. I think there are certainly audience reactions. One thing that comes to mind is the amount of applause that Max and Annie got as they walked out. I don't know if all of that was captured through the webcast, but basically for Pro Showcase on Friday night, when Max and Andy stepped out, people were already on their feet just to see them walking out, just to see them dancing together. Yeah. I think it was really touching to just
She was tearing up a little bit, which was also really sweet. It's just one of these feedback loops.
Yeah, it really is. And then they did some fantastic dancing. But yeah, it's one of those spontaneous in the moment. I'm applauding, I feel that way, and whoa, there's 499 other people that feel that way too. So really touching stuff.
Yeah. So we're just a few minutes away now from the Invitational Jack and Jill. Is there anything you're looking to see out there? I know that's a really vague question.
And if you say swing outs, we know. I think they're going to do that, so don't worry.
What do you think? Hey. Just looking at the chat, and apparently Mikey and Kevin made
Mikey and
an
Kevin
impression.
were the, well, sadly enough, they are going to be dancing. I don't think, anyone would want us to be out there leading the invitationals, so
So we'll hold it down over here.
yeah, we'll hold down the fort for they come back.
Looks like Melody's starting to announce the beginnings of the competition.
It's the beginning, guys.
All right, I'm going to call out all of my ladies. I'm going to call out all of my gentlemen, and then I'm going to call out all of my ladies. The gentlemen are going to pick their lady's name from a cup, so here they come. Andy Reid, Kevin St. Laurent, Nick
Wearing his California shirt.
Agreed. That is a lot of chairs, guys.
Zach Hawk,
A lot of amazing dancers are going to be sitting in those chairs.
Mikey Pedrosa, Remy Kwaku Kwame,
Dressed to the nines, all of them.
Sagyana Kone, Max Petruzella,
I hope that's water Todd is drinking as he's coming out.
Sky
You can never be sure.
Peter Strong.
Oh, and Sky is going to break the slacks rule. Yep, he's going to do it. Suit and jeans.
Oh,
and
there's Peter as well.
Yep.
And now for the ladies, we have Miss Sarah Breck, Sharon Davis,
And the
Laura
lovely
Blake.
ladies of swing.
Mia Goldsmith, Isabella
Texas is here in full
Gregorio,
force to support Laura Glaze.
Joe
Look them in their
Hochberg,
cowbells, man.
Laura Keith, Elise May, Mo Sakan, Frida Segerdal,
Frida and her super cool postmodern haircut that I love so much.
Naomi Uyama.
It's the amazing dancers
So each
all
of
lined
the
up.
leaders is going to pick his follower's name from the cup, and then they're going to double check to make sure that none of them have done a
Joe
routine
ensuring a
together
little-
in the past recent years just to keep it fair.
A little slip on
A
her
little
shoes.
slip on her shoe.
In the meantime,
We're not
I'm so
supposed to
glad
do
to
that.
see you guys here, especially Texas. And Baltimore.
I think Baltimore won the crowd applause of
California.
Yay, California.
Might have spoken too soon.
So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but as I walk around the hotel and in here, and sometimes at those speakers back there, Texas has been claiming territory in this hotel. Like, there are little flags everywhere.
All we need
And I
is
was
a
like,
flag.
that's very special that you guys are expanding to the East
Texas is colonizing.
Coast. Apparently this hotel is now a colony. So welcome, you guys are all official Texans now.
I love that California is actually chiming in on the chat.
So today is a very special day.
They can't hear you, but I can, and I
Robert
appreciate
Patch,
that,
the
guys.
person who has done our lights and our sound every year. His birthday is today. He does an awesome job for us. So let's get a round of applause. Woo! So along with baby flags and cowbells, I discovered something else very interesting about our territorial wars here. Texas has been planting flags, but Baltimore has something a little special too that's been hanging out in their corner. They have a mascot. Does anybody have one?
I think she's talking about
They
the
have
rat.
they have a beautiful, beautiful mascot that I think represents Maryland very well.
It is a rat.
It's very lovely.
It's squeaky as well.
Yeah, it's one of those like Halloween superstore rats. There's a lot of them.
So Baltimore wanted to represent, and some people have flags, but that's what they brought.
That's how you know Baltimore's there.
So apparently
Squalor.
we celebrate the good, the bad, and the ugly here. at
Abject
ILHC.
squalor.
That's
Kevin goes down and put his shirt there.
That looks like the opening scene to like an episode of Law and Order right there.
And California
Also
is
our
gonna be
team routine.
represented by Kevin's dead body. I'm not sure what that means. Perhaps he was shot by.
I really died of the plague. It was just infectious.
Agreed, Lindy Phil. What the hell is happening?
All right, so we are ready to get started. Let's bring out our first couple. Andy Reid will be dancing with Annie Trudeau.
Heyo. I was like when they match.
I do too. I was just
like
thinking
going
that.
out.
Complimenting.
They knew ahead of time, so you know.
They get to perform to a live band. It's pretty good.
You may not be able to see it, but Annie's got some pretty baller, sparkly shoes.
Yeah. Great start.
All right, let's hear it for Andy and Annie.
What's great about doing this to live music as opposed to
Next
just snippets of
up,
songs is
from
that
the
they
United
do really
States
get
and
the end of a
from
phrase rather than
Sweden,
just
we
fading
have
out.
Kevin St. Laurent and Isabella Gregorio.
Also, with musicians this good, they play off the dancers that are playing off of them.
Yeah.
They're keeping it so chill. All right. I was a little worried Kevin wouldn't get back up there.
Oh my god, I want to see them do Battle of the Spins. Both of them are amazing spinners.
Isabella.
At first, an unwilling participant at first, and then just really committed to it. Just in that little trick at the end.
Yeah.
Up next from the U.S.
It's a beautiful
from the
dance.
U.S. we have Nick Williams dancing with Miss Naomi Uyama.
This will be interesting.
This will be a great dance.
I don't think think I've ever seen them dance together before.
I don't think I have either, but I don't. I think they'd be a great match because they're both really clean dancers.
Yeah.
That really tells us that there are some really robust, brassy songs that we're going to hear during this.
Yeah.
The whole feel of the band is going to bring about some really great things from these dancers.
With Laura Glade.
Dax and Laura, I think they got each other at the Invitational Jack and Jill earlier.
They got second place this year at Minifest together.
Yeah.
Had a really great dance. Texas is somewhat excited that she's dancing right now. I love that pulse for really moving a lot of fabric around on the floor.
She's an honest follow, but she maintains so much of her own musicality and aesthetic, no matter who she dances with.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got a lot of integrity.
And from Japan, we have Mo Sakan.
Is this Mo's first time in the Invitational Jack and Jill?
You know, I can't remember the time that she's been up here, so I think it is.
Didn't she win the competition at Frankie 95?
She is an incredible dancer, been a really big part of the European scene, so we dance along with Remy and teaching her how to rain over the years. the drummer being behind earlier up. I don't know that he's necessarily behind, but there is an artful lag that you can really hear when it gets really intense, so you can feel.
Yeah, that was really intense for drums.
Yeah, it really was.
Mikey and Laura.
Oh, these two. They could dance together once or twice.
Yeah, maybe.
By the way,
Hey,
California's
California.
going nutbags crazy right now.
At the end.
Let's hear from
Gabby, you may have danced with that lead once or twice yourself.
Once or twice. He's pretty fabulous. I'd highly recommend him to anyone.
Mikey's great. One thing I love about his dancing is that he really pays attention to and communicates with his followers.
Oh, he does.
Such a
You know,
difference.
he leads a lot of spins, a lot of fast things, but he is on you. You know, he's always watching his follow, always there to catch and redirect.
Yeah. Remy and Joe.
Remy and Joe. And that'd be Gordon Webster on piano. I know you guys can all see him back there.
really nice.
That was really nice. I mean, we think of Remy as having like these really fast, these really crazy variations, and Joe really, you know, she really met him at that. I mean, I think of Joe as kind of being like the Invitational Jack and Jill Slayer. You know, she takes them down.
She does kill it quite often.
She really does. music is really bringing out such a raw side of people's dancing. You know, this is not, although there's a lot of precision going on, it really has that like really body heart to it.
Also from the US.
Todd and Sarah.
Oh,
I don't know what animal she's trying to make there, but you all at home need to be drinking now.
Yep.
Because, you know, animal.
it's a rule. Sarah and Todd go way, way back. California, Sacramento days. When they were both kids dancing. Really fantastic to see them dancing through the years.
Drink again. Nice. There's an awful lot of turns in there. I think Todd was playing to Sarah's strength.
It really was.
From France, we have Max Petruzella dancing with Sharon Davis from the United Kingdom.
Oh, hello.
They've definitely danced together before.
Yes, once or twice, seen it done. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That was a really interesting pairing for me, considering what I see as a really big difference in their styles. Max has this really raw energy, and Sharon goes for this really like refined jewel, classy thing, and it's really interesting to see that paired together.
Next, from France, we have Thomas Blanchard dancing with Frida Stegerdahl from Sweden.
Apparently, people are excited about this.
I'm one of those people.
I really like Tommy's dancing, so I'm excited too.
If you haven't seen it yet, go and look up Tommy's Pro-Am. I mean, he's done a lot of awesome stuff this year. Pro-Am was amazing. Hey, Manu, just move the light so I can actually see live.
take this opportunity to say how great the band is that they're doing these little like 30-second or minute-long chunks of songs that are already great, and they're
Oh yeah,
you know, just
absolutely.
pulling it out and then, like I said,
Next,
feeding
from
off of the
Sweden,
dancers like
have
we saw in
Sky
that one.
Humphries dancing with Ramona Staffeld.
Okay, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah. I think they've danced a couple times together.
Yeah, you know,
Since,
maybe.
you know.
Since they were like 12.
I'm gonna let my heart and throw away the key. I'm wise to almost tricks you played on me. I'm gonna turn my back on love. I'm gonna shut the moon above. Seal my windows up with tears. Soak the love bomb, can't get in. Gonna bump my phone when it's right along the curve. Now you sign up for my heart, please don't disturb. And if I never fall in love again, that's soon enough for me. I'm gonna lock my heart and throw away the key.
All right, let's hear for Sky and Ramona.
That was fantastic.
That was amazing. I would like someone, internet, I would like someone to actually go and count the number of high kicks that Sky does in that dance. I'd like to see that tabulated.
Dope MC from the U.S.
By
Peter
process
Shaw
of
dancing
elimination.
With Mia Goldsmith.
Glasses and glasses. I'm gonna do something classy.
Oh, sorry.
Keep it on,
Claire.
Claire Kent. It could be just me, but it feels like this song is getting ever so slightly faster.
Yeah, I've been thinking
It
about that.
started with the clarinet solo, and then trombones come in a second touch. Faster.
All right, let's hear for Peter and Mia.
Again, I love those baked in bows. They look so collected. It's what they planted to do.
So did you guys enjoy that?
Now comes my favorite part, the all skate.
I'd say last year of all the
a little bit
competitions,
more?
watching the All-Skate, the Invitational was one of the most fun. That's when they had their epic partner switching.
That's
All
right.
right, so
Remember?
we're gonna bring them all
It's just
back
the most
out onto
inspirational
the floor
thing. I mean, if
again.
that doesn't make you want to get up and dance, I don't
Good
know
old
what will.
ball skate.
You guys at home should too.
Oh,
And it's
Ramona,
all skate.
do more of those variations. So,
this all skate is really just for our benefit because, you know, they're all judging. Oh no, wait, there is a panel of judges. I forgot about that. So this is their last chance to throw down.
I don't know if you can really see in the back there of the camera, but Frida and Toma killing it.
There you go.
Way back. Again, that's speeding up the band.
Yeah.
Noticeably. Kind of the clarinet is propagating that.
I would have liked to have seen them do a whole song rather than just a snippet for the all skate because there's so many of them. You can't even see them all at one time.
Absolutely.
Make a little chorus line. Here for the band.
Well done.
All right, if my contestants could all make a little chorus line for me to squish in. All right. All right, and we're gonna all take a deep breath and take a bow.
A well-deserved bow. That's entertainment.
And that's the last competition of the weekend.
All right, you guys
That's
don't
right.
go anywhere. Awards are coming up very soon, so keep it right here.
Wow, so that was a lot of really incredible dances. I see on here on the chat a lot of guesses for first, second, and third.
What's your guess?
You know, I would say actually this early on, I don't know that I have a first and second picked out. I'd say that in competitions like this, there's two really successful styles that work. One is the call and response, so that would be kind of what I saw in Kevin and Issa's dance, right? You do some cool stuff, I'm gonna do some cool stuff, we'll do some cool stuff together, and they're really listening and responding to one another. And then on the other side of that, there's like Toma and Frida, who are just dancing in line as though they had this whole thing planned from the get-go. And so I think it does fall on both lead and follow, but I think followers really have the choice to be like, I'm going to step in line with you, or I'm going to show you what I've got, and sort of have a conversation back and forth.
Yeah, I think those are two successful strategies. I think that it can come from either partner, though, the call and response thing. There are times when Kevin's like, okay, I'm stopping, and therefore you're going to
Do a thing.
Yeah.
Do a cool thing right now, 3-2 now. Which is always fun to see, especially, I think in a more subtle way. That's what happened with Remy and Joe. I don't think that Remy necessarily was like, go do a thing, but I think she took the challenge of his really fancy footwork, inserted her own, and then he saw that was happening, and then sort of framed her. He got down on one knee and actually pointed at her feet. So I don't think it gets more explicit than that. But it's not like he just did it and was like, do something cool right now.
Yeah.
So
There's also definitely places in the dance where there's an entire move, for example, one that takes like 8 counts to go, and you like, here's a good opportunity for me to take advantage of this.
yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you guys at home can hear, but they're playing in the background. I've had the time of my life.
The room is erupting in just emotion and clapping, and I know that it's a matter of time until, you know,
Someone does the lift.
It
It could be us.
It could be us. It should be us.
Any minute now.
Just jump. I got you. Oh,
You weren't on my center.
I think we need your, disapproving parents to be watching for that to adequately go down,
That might be difficult. My dad's a really big fan.
Be our Dirty Dancing reference for the weekends right here now.
I'll have more. You guys may not hear them, but I'll have more. It's around like 9 o'clock right now. I want to hear a little bit more about what your favorite parts of this were, but you guys should make sure that you're around again in half an hour to tune back in for awards. So I just want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to, take a pee break and then make it back. What were some of your favorites? I mean, I think that Sky and Ramona totally just nailed it out of the park.
I really do. I agree.
You can see the joy and the sheer enjoyment of the dance when they're doing that.
Yeah, just like a lot of really sharp, exciting things coming from Sky's vocabulary, really balancing the full spectrum of fluid, loose movement, and then really sharp, really interesting, unexpected rhythmic variations. And then Ramona being along with him and also responding to him. So his cool variation and then her cool swing out variation, which I'm sure everybody's going to want to watch and break down and do themselves. But what about yourself? What were some of your highlights?
I love watching Joe in these Invitational Jack and Jills because the sheer breadth of her musicality and style.
Yeah, what she brings to the table.
It's really just extraordinary,
Yeah.
and I find it so admirable. I don't think I have that in me. It's just, it's like a miracle every time she comes out with something just amazing on the spot.
I agree, and I think one thing that she does, all those gals do this really well, but I think of Joe first, which is balancing. I'm going to be like the dutiful follow, and I'm going to go with you on these cool, arm patterns and all this jazz. And then also, when she's on the spot, delivers nothing less than gold. So
Yeah.
I think as a follower myself, getting into one mindset versus the other takes a little transition. But for her, she just turns on a dime, when it comes to that.
Yeah, so that one was one of my favorites.
It's getting emotional out there. Like, there's crying and there's hugging and
Everyone is
Everyone
getting
is
into
on
this
the
right now.
floor.
And they probably wouldn't thank us if we turned the camera on them right now, so I'm sorry you guys, but next time you get a chance to be here.
yeah. And I think we
you
should
get
take
the tail end.
Oh, you got the tail end of that. We'll take that as a cue that you guys at all of those viewing parties should also have your emotional release.
I think there's going to be a little more madness going on out there.
Yep.
There's already some jumping up and down.
Some jumping up and down. I have a feeling there are a couple couples that are going to do some bad West Coast swing in the corner. That's
Gosh,
what
I hope so.
In these moments, we're Lenny Hoppers. We know ourselves.
It's true.
Because here's what happens, I know this song. I want to do West Coast swing to this. I don't know how to do that, but I am not going to let that stop me.
Oh, wait, there we go.
There it is.
I see it coming.
Do you see it?
Yep.
Oh,
I
front
see it.
front center.
I think we should take that as our cue and leave you guys to your own
Leave you guys
resources for the next half hour.
Yep, absolutely.
Come back. Don't miss awards. Thank you, Gabby, so much for coming on.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Yehudi, Swing Nation, the whole gang for having me.
Thank you guys at home for sticking around. We'll see you back in half an hour for awards.
Adios.
See ya.